What's going on, everybody? This is My Device Vids, and today in this video we're going to be doing a speed test comparison between the iPhone XS Max, the iPhone XS, and the iPhone 8. So we're going to do various tests, including a boot test, app launching test, Safari web page test, and of course a Geekbench test. Now, I definitely want you guys to take this video with somewhat of a grain of salt, as this is definitely not a scientific test. This is more of a visual exercise to just see which device will complete a few different tasks first. I also want you guys to keep in mind that the tasks that I'm going to be doing in this video definitely don't reflect how the device is going to perform in every area and every circumstance. I also want you guys to keep in mind that there's various factors that can impact the results on these devices. For example, how much data you have on your device, how many tasks you have running in the background, and of course the iOS version that is running on your device. However, of course, in this video, the same data is on all of these devices, and they all are running the same iOS version, which of course is the latest version as of recording this video, which is iOS 12.0, as you guys can see right here. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the boot test. So I'm just going to go ahead and start all these guys off with nothing running in the app switcher. So we're just going to close settings here. And I'm just going to go ahead and power off these devices as well. So we're just going to start with the 8. And then we'll go ahead and power off the XS and the XS Max as well. All right, and we're ready to go. All right, guys, so I have all three of the devices connected to their separate chargers on a power strip, and the power strip's currently off, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on right now, and it's going to power on all these devices at the same time. So as you guys can see right here, they're beginning to boot up. So I'm not going to cut anything out of this portion of the video. I just want you guys to see how long this takes on all of the devices here. So as you guys can see, the 8 actually booted up first, followed by the iPhone XS, as you can see right there, and then the XS Max. Now, a boot test definitely does not determine how a device, again, is going to perform in all areas. You know, the XS and XS Max, probably have more to load, so that probably plays a factor there. All right, so next up, we're going to do some app launching. So on all three of these devices, I have the same set of applications installed. As you can see, I have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas installed, Subway Surfers, Temple Run, and of course, we have Geekbench 4 for the benchmark later. And then I'm also going to go ahead and launch a couple stock applications after these. And I also just wanted to show you guys that 3D Touch is disabled on all these devices, just because that could technically delay app launching if 3D Touch starts to trigger. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys that. And all right, so let's just go ahead and close out of these. And we're going to clear the app switcher just to start out. We're not going to be doing this throughout the entire video, but just to start out, we're going to make sure that it's clear. And all right, let's go ahead and start off with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So I'm going to do my best to open up all these applications at the same time. Obviously, I can't guarantee that it's 100% precise, but here we go. So opening up Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and we have this segment we just have to skip right here like this. And now we're just going to go ahead and start the game. So, of course, this is the biggest thing for Grand Theft Auto, starting it, seeing how quick the device actually, gets the game actually going. So, as you can see right there, all performing very, very well, very fast. The iPhone XS and XS Max are just a teeny bit ahead, as you can see here in this sequence, than the iPhone 8. But this is nothing you're ever going to notice, in your actual daily usage. Obviously, when you compare them head to head, you're going to see it, but we're just going to go ahead and now skip to the actual game, and you can see all perform very well, buttery smooth on all of these. So let's just go ahead and close out of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and we're going to move on to Temple Run. So it's going to go ahead and open this one up at the same time as well. And once again, you can see all of them performing very, very fast. Again, if you wanted to declare a winner, you would say the XS and XS Max, just because it's a fraction of a second quicker. But again, that's nothing you're ever going to notice. So we're just going to go ahead and close this Game Center sheet. And of course, when actually playing Temple Run, as to be expected with this game, it's completely smooth on all of them. Absolutely, buttery smooth, nothing to complain about whatsoever. So let's go ahead and move on to Subway Surfers now. So we're just going to go ahead and launch that up, as you guys can see here. So once again, with Subway Surfers, nothing to complain about, everything performing and opening up very quickly. The XS and XS Max with the launch were just a fraction of a second quicker than the iPhone 8, but again, nothing you will notice in real life. So same thing with playing the game, pretty much identical on all of them, very smooth here. All right, so let's close Subway Surfers, and now I'm going to launch a few stock applications. So we're going to start off with the camera application. Of course, that's very important to be able to quickly capture a moment before it passes by, and you can see there, absolutely blazing fast on all of them, almost identical. So it's really nice to see that you could just quickly get access to the camera now. So I also just wanted to launch up settings real quick. You can see there, again, very buttery fast on all of them. Again, I think there's just, maybe a slight advantage on the XS and XS Max when doing these tasks, but just a split second, literally. So we're also going to load a couple websites in Safari. So we're just going to start off by going into the Safari settings and clearing the history and website data on all these just to make sure that it is fair. Now, I want to stress to you guys to especially not take this part of the video, too seriously, just because, the loading a web page in Safari depends on how many people are on your, type of connection, the type of connection it is, etc. So, this is definitely not a precise test, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea that, all these devices do perform very well, as you can see right there with Apple.com, instant, very quick. We're also going to do YouTube.com as well, as you can see right here. And once again, all devices performing very, very well. All right, so all devices performing very well. So that concludes the Safari test and the app launching test. So we're just going to go ahead and exit out of all these applications now on all these devices. And now we're going to move on to something a little bit more conclusive, which is the Geekbench test. So we're just going to go ahead and run a benchmark on all three of these. So we're going to open up Geekbench 4, and we're just going to hop into CPU and run a benchmark. So as soon as all these devices are finished with their benchmarks, I will be right back. All right, guys, so here are the results. So on the iPhone 8, we have a single core score of 4,248 and a multi-core score of 10,562. On the iPhone XS, we have a single core score of 4,753 and a multi-core score of 11,449. And on the iPhone XS Max, we have a single core score of 4,816 and a multi-core score of 11,553. So, of course, the iPhone XS and XS Max, being basically the same device, have very similar scores, and of course the iPhone 8 has a very impressive score as well. So again, just for those of you who care about those very specific numbers and details, there's the Geekbench numbers for you. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Again, just some simple tests comparing the speed of the iPhone XS Max, the iPhone XS, and the iPhone 8. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.